Hello, viewers, Kubiando, kith and kin. Welcome back to Strange Horticulture. I'm SB. All of these phrases are in the intro. They usually go in some order. What's the order? I don't remember. We got this card. The old man of Coniston looks across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southward to the fork. So Coniston is going to be somewhere along a river. Unless this turns out to be, like, not the only name for the settlement that it represents. Because it could be, right? Some places have multiple names. I don't think we've got any reason to, Oh, well, here's the old man. Oh, Coniston. Does it just say Coniston water? It's not a lake or whatever. It's just, water. Floating gently southward to the fork. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I'm soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I am not empty-handed. 2 new plants today. Okay, interesting stuff. Definitely visually distinctive, which I appreciate. Alright, let's take on some customers, shall we? The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away and not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. I have drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. Curious. So near a marsh, huh? Oh wait, I didn't mean for that to disappear. Okay. Need that drawing again. Looks like this, right? This bit here. Yeah, it's gotta be. So that's the river. That's the river IRL. And I guess this is this line where it gets lighter, right? I guess I had kind of assumed that was a stain on the map or something, but no, that's real. So it could be right here. The air is thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I am overwhelmed. If only I had some blue winter, also known as winter boar, to keep them at bay. And I probably do. I got a lot of plants. That said, I don't remember... Are they moving? Did I really have stuff tucked all the way against the far edge? I don't think I think maybe they're moving around in the dark. Winter boar. So it'd be a blue flower, right? Wasn't that the case? Actually, was this one that I hadn't figured out? I guess I should have started with the book, huh? Oops, that's not what I wanted. Just trying to turn the page. Yeah, okay. Winter boar was one I had not settled. Okay, cool blue-gray flowers. Rubbery leaves. So, does one of the new plants look like... No, not really. This has got a sort of a... These are definitely more purple than blue-gray. It's possible I just don't have this plant. I mean, that's definitely not the kind of bloom that is depicted. We know that is Butterdale, but it's at least the right type of flower, right? Yeah, these are super wrong. Maybe I just don't have any of this yet? You know, actually, yeah, I mean, it describes them as gray-blue. We don't have any information on the leaves, but okay. The blue winter saves my skin, but the swirling mass of insects is so thick in places that it's hard to see. At length, I came across what I came for, and hurry away. Also got a description of Dranthium, a plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its sharp, long leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as Green Eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Wow, that's screwy. So this is winter boar. Also, we got ourselves a new kind of big red thorny something. I just got an achievement for petting the cat. Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. The Sisterhood is grateful, but the news that the Arda was poisoned with gilded dendra has everyone worried. The temporary acting Arda is panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing. A runaway called Thea that we took in a few years ago. We're trying to find her, and her sister Charlotte remembered that the Jacobsworth plant is said to help locate people. Well, I certainly have some Jacobsworth, right? I remember applying that tag. What I don't remember is what it looked like at all, nor even which color. Ah, okay. It was uncertain. Turns out to be right, though. Solomon's Scepter, also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate and sometimes Solomon's Scorn. The flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Hold on, witchcraft and other satanic practices is a hell of a thing to say. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. It's my wife's birthday, and I wanted to get her something special. There was a plant she used to love as a child, but she hasn't been able to find any in years. It's sort of bulb-like and has a strong smell to it, but it's strong in a good way. Oh, the flower is more like lots of little flowers? I think it's really interesting that we got this letter and we haven't, like, it's been marked with a check mark, but we haven't disposed of it yet. Don't really know what to make of that. Okay. Bulb with a strong smell. The flower is more like lots of little flowers. So we have some bulb-like plants, but they mostly seem to be... forest camphor. Does forest camphor have a strong smell? It does indeed. Okay. I think this may be what you're looking for, friend. Indeed. Oh wait, what was it that I used right before this? I'm realizing I don't remember whether I set the tag on that correctly. Yeah, shoot. I have such a bad memory, too. This is part of the reason that it's important for me to keep these tags as straight as I am keeping them, because I am very spacey. Ah, Jacobsworth. This needs to get flipped to yellow. Okay. We've had our eyes on you for some time now. Interesting little lapel pin there. Join us. Praise the Dendru. Okay, very normal thing to say. I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise would be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know we can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside the Sadgill Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. Well, to be honest with you, I don't love that. Don't love the threat, but Sadgill Church. We certainly know which one is, which plant that is. So I just need to make sure. Here we go. The church isn't hard to find in the small hamlet of Sadgill. This must be the place. Yeah, part of the problem is definitely that I am just not going to remember what any plant looks like. So I'm going to have to keep coming back to the tags all the time, and at some point we have enough of them that it becomes a real problem. Wasn't St. John's Poppy like one of the very first ones we did? And it's definitely a thing I have a yellow tag on. Yeah, there we go. I definitely was kind of considering just not leaving the plant for them at all. Because, you know, first of all, it is pretty uncool for that dude to come to my house and deliver me a threat via hand-delivered letter. But secondly, you know, am I scared of them? Because it was clearly scare tactics. I don't know. Alright, more customers. I have returned from Swinside. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there were certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the Stone Circle. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him, the better. Reuben had it right, though. Grisly. I have the beginnings of a theory, but I'd like to run some tests on a sample of the Gilded Dendra. Yeah, well, I believe this is the Gilded Dendra, and good fucking luck to you. We learn all about Maiden Sorrow. Rubbing the soft leaves of this plant between one's finger and thumb is said to prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it is the thorns along its stem that are thought to lend it its name. Okay, so we did pick up a new thorny plant recently. Let's go ahead and... Nope, gotta actually change the color. There we go. Yeah, I guess there's still nothing for it except to continue on this. My aunt died 2 weeks ago, and I inherited her house. I've been sifting through her possessions, and last night I found something unusual. In a forgotten corner of the attic, I found a coffin. More unusual still, it was bound by strong vines, so strong that I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. You know about plants, right? What is royal gentian? Why am I so sure this is going to help? Ah, yes, the pink heart. One of the few known ways to release the bind of swift snare is to apply a paste created from some royal gentian. Okay, well listen, if you want to pay for it, I'm certainly not going to argue. Wait, where was the... What did I do with that plant? Okay, this is... For some reason I was thinking it didn't have the dark red centers. But yeah, that one we know. And we've learned about the Elderfinium. The petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to dendros miasma, a deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in a painful death. It has an intoxicating scent similar to that of Solomon's scepter. Okay, well, there's not a ton I can do about the scent. Yeah, okay, hold on a second. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I have returned from beyond the material sphere, and hopefully I'll be able to play less distracted now. Apologies. Very dangerous to perform herbalism while distracted. So I don't think we have any other pressing business for the day. Does this candle over here do anything? Can we play with this? No, this is not a real UI element. I'm still really curious about this and whether I am supposed to have, like, learned something about it yet. We just have that one little... And I think at this point it's kind of buried. Yeah, we still just have this thing, right? Now, this is a symbol that exists on all 5 of the dials. I never have tried doing this, have I? Okay. I am not shocked that that does not do anything. I really wish it wouldn't just throw that in with my letters, though, because my letters are considerably larger than it is. It gets lost easily. Alright, yeah, I have nothing else for the moment. We just have to wait. We just have to wait for bizarre things to happen to us, which is not my favorite position to be in. 5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in the peace in the midday sun. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. I do not remember the beginning of that story at this point. 5 miles south of the tallest but one. Well, we do have height indicators on all of the peaks, don't we? So... it sure looks like Seafell Pike is our tallest, which would make Bowfell the tallest but one? Where's that card? 5 miles south of Bowfell? Seems right. The forest here is lush and vibrant. The birdsong feels enchanting, like the call of sirens. Nestled in the undergrowth under the shade of a birch tree, a plant grows. Oh. Oh, it's a weird one. I gotta tell you, I'm concerned about the Arda situation. That's really... I kind of don't want to take any customers. I just want to go hang out with the sisters and see if there's anything I can do. I was able to strip away the Swiftsnare's vines and lift the lid, with more than a little trepidation, I'll admit. I do not remember her at all. To my relief, but also disappointment, the coffin contained nothing but dust. Oh, right, coffin lady. At least, that's what I thought at first, but when I looked closer, I discovered a golden amulet embedded in the gray ash. On the back of the amulet is an inscription which says, "With Solomon's scepter I awake." Solomon's scepter is indeed a plant. I mean, what do I know about Solomon's scepter? Hell's Gate, Solomon's Scorn, you know, witchcraft stuff. Once again, I know I said this already this episode, but witchcraft and satanic practices, not things in the same category, actually. Alright, so... sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem, and it's got this sort of structure to it. I don't know, is that a thing we've seen before? Is that one of our plants? Everything's just kind of creeping over to the left. It does make me a little worried. I mean, there are many flowers growing along a stem here. I think this is in the right neighborhood. Oh no, the shape. Right, the shape is totally, yeah, this is it. I'd bet your life on it. Long vericund. Sometimes called witch's remedy, the long vericund is believed to lift curses. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Hey, that's kind of a common situation. You should probably give me a little more detail than that. Solomon's Sceptre. Listen, plants don't know how to spell. I heard a shepherd got killed by some wild beast up near the Swinside Stone Circle. What, a new one? They say it slaughtered half his flock as well. People around here don't seem too bothered, but it's got them panicked down Foxfield way. And he just recedes into the shadows. Kentmere Eye. Huh. Alright, how does this thing work again? I had to put something specific into it. The red ebony plant. Yeah, okay. I gotta put some red ebony in there, which means I gotta figure out what red ebony is. Can I? Okay, let me put this over here. Kentmere Eye. Kentmere isn't the name of a place, is it? No, it totally is. Well, I guess let's go visit Kentmere first then, before we go making any other moves. I descend into a pleasant valley where the village of Kentmere is situated. On my way, I pass the Brockstone, or Badger Rock, which has always been popular with local children who challenge each other to scramble up its craggy sides. I make a beeline to the village church, St. Cuthbert's, which is sheltered by an ancient yew tree. There are many plants to admire among the headstones and tombs, but sadly, nothing extraordinary for me to find today. Kentmere Eye. Huh. Well, it could be like the column that Kentmere is in. Row I? Which should be what, I-24? Let's assume that's what it means. We'll check it out after the next customer, I guess. Well, this is getting interesting. I was able to confirm that it was indeed gilded dendra that was used at the Swinside ritual site. That's a worrying sign. It's a plant that is used in several of the darker incantations. And it can't be a coincidence that the very same plant was used to poison the Arda. There must be a connection between this other murder and the Sisterhood. I need some mental clarity to think it through some more. Yeah, sure, I love to just jam plants into your brain while you're trying to solve problems here. Just gotta light up a little bit of that mental clarity, you know? Alright, Maiden's Sorrow. Fucking, do I... Open the big old book. Do I know Maiden's Sorrow? Is that one I've marked out before? It isn't. Alright. So, thorns, first of all. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it is the thorns among the stems. So that the plant we just got a new thorny plant in today, didn't we? Listen. This doesn't seem right, though. Yeah, those aren't the buds of this particular plant. Oh, it could be this, which we had marked as very doubtfully mellow glow. Smells pleasant. The flowers droop mournfully. It's kind of got the right shape. I think this might be our maiden's sorrow. Indeed. Okay, information about the Red Ebony. This is good. This plant is said to uncover that which is hidden, including buried treasure and secret writings. The Red Ebony is extremely rare and not well studied. Blood has been spilled over this plant, which is where the red part of the name is believed to come from, since confusingly the large flower is in fact blue, because of course it is. Alright. Maiden's Sorrow. I know how to spell. Who says I don't know how to spell? Big blue weird looking flowers, huh? My guess is that we don't have any. But let's see. Large blue flower. You are definitely already something else. I think this is it, actually. I wouldn't necessarily describe this as blue, but the game sure does. Alright. Alright, so a couple of things. First of all, I want to try this out because I'm concerned I will forget if I don't. So we want to go to I-24. There is actually nothing here. Okay, fair enough. Let me put the map away for a second. Okay, let's just go ahead and write Red Ebony on this thing before I forget to do so. Not that I am likely to forget that particular plant. Okay, I can use that at the same time. No, there is nothing secret on this. Alright, out of curiosity. Okay, that's interesting. If I change these, no, they still just glow blue. Also, they reset themselves. I was wondering if one of them might indicate that it is different in some way when it's in this state. Alright, I'm going to put this back over here. I'm going to get my map out. Now that we've got this thing charged. Anything interesting? Elderfinium grows here. There's a great oak. The Tomb of the Hunter. Do we have any Elderfinium? I feel like we needed some at some point. Let's go... Hold on. Okay, book. No, it is still unmarked. An antidote to the Dendra. Yeah, we should definitely go do that's a high priority. So that's 2 squares east of the river down there. Whoever wrote on my map has been very helpful. I would never have thought to come out to this desolate place in search of plant life, but a quick search yields exciting results. Yeah, brilliant. Let's put you over here with all of the other plants that have pots that are that color. It was not my intent, but it is how it has worked out. That is really, really valuable. Okay. So I still don't know what to make of this. I guess just shove it in our letters area for now. We're definitely going to need to do some more of that. But while we wait for the will to explore to return, I guess let's take a customer and also pet the cat, of course. Oh, hey, it is lit now. Has that been happening the whole... Alright. It looks like I'm going to have to make a trip to Blackcomb. Verona noticed something at the Swinside site that's had me pondering. A piece of slate with a symbol drawn on it in black. Can't think of anywhere else around there where you'd get slate from. That and Bradley Miller keeps insisting that he saw something up at Blackcomb. But then again, Bradley Miller does claim that fairies stole his wheelbarrow. Also, he told me once that dogs can't look up. If I'm going to spend a night out in the hills, I want to take some eyebright with me. Eyebright. Yeah, no, eyebright we have. Do I? Do I have? Actually, it is not explicitly marked here. Could this be our eyebright? They're very pointy. A plant that only grows... So the only thing this has in common with the description is those thorns look pretty badass. I mean, they do really look right, though, don't they? All right. Do we have any other thorny plants that are as yet unidentified? I don't think we do. So, okay, I mean, let's give this a shot, and if it's not it, then we'll have to figure something else out. Okay, rad. The purple berries of the wild coal are recommended by physicians in place of a hair of the dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night before. There are some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owing to its rarity, and claim that it is bad luck to pick berries from it. Do we have... I don't know that we have another berry-bearing plant. I think we might have marked our last one. This is certainly the eyebright, though. At least he sure seemed to think so. Alright. While we are feeling lively... I feel like going to the Great Oak is maybe the last one of these. The Tomb of the Hunter. Well, see, that might also be a place where we need something else. A huge tree stands before me, impossibly tall and wide, bigger than I could ever have imagined any living thing might be. Its upper branches graze the sky. Not actually useful to us in the moment. All right. Whoa, hey there, Green Eyes. Does it ever stop raining in Undermere? You have a reputation in town for knowing about unusual plants. I need some gray sandfire. Nobody around here even seems to know what I'm talking about, but I hope that I'm in the right place now. I think you just may be, friend. Alright, what did you know? Ember Soul. Ember Soul is thought to have protective properties. It is sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers with many petals. But watch out for the leaves, they're razor sharp. I don't think there's anything in our collection that looks like this. Interesting. Here, let's go ahead and change that tag to yellow. I mean, we knew that one, but... And then I think perhaps a moment of lounging while we wait for our will to recover. Hey, Hellebore. Good kitty. Okay. Gosh, this bar sure does fill slowly. Let's water some plants. Nobody ever waters the candlewood around here, you know? Just gives me something to do. This is a weird one, huh? What's the deal with this again? Like strawberry dipped in honey. Alright. Let's go visit the Hunter's Tomb, shall we? Where was it exactly? B14. Well, good luck, me. The memorial bears the name Swaif Pryor. It stirs a memory. He was one of the Dreyer. Theirs is a lonely life at the mercy of a dangerous addiction. They build a tolerance to the Dranthium sap in childhood that they might benefit from its potent effects, but they will die if they stop taking it. An unusual plant grows sparsely around his memorial. Huh. That is unusual. Long thin leaves bearing surprisingly sharp edges. Well, what a coincidence. Have I forgotten already? Yeah. Yeah, you better believe I have. That's right. That dude was a Dranthium user. I mean that makes sense, right? What were we? We just got the thing that talked about the sharp leaves. It was the page talking about long veracund. Nope, swing and a miss. This is why we need the book. This is why it's important to have the book. The wild coal with the berries. No, this is yeah. This plant doesn't have berries. Of course not. Bloody hell. Henshook has been in here forever. Sheepsnap has been in here forever. Well, whatever. I suppose we can just figure it out next time it becomes relevant. Still don't know what candlewood is. I do feel like I do feel like we are really filling this out. Ember Soul. Could it be Ember Soul? Flowers with many petals. Are these buds that are like closed with petals around, or I mean these leaves are sharp. I'm gonna okay. We're gonna red tag this one Ember Soul. I don't feel strongly, but we'll see. And then before we turn in for the night, we do have another moment of yes it does. We do have another will to explore. Let me just quickly go over the rest of the letters I've been sent now that we've got this thing figured out. Yeah, still don't know what to make of that. You? No. How about this thing? Nothing. All right. We'll figure it all out bit by bit. I wonder, though, now that we have the ability to see... that's not what I want. I want the map. Well, here. Can we take this thing up to the daughters and do something with it, maybe? We have that letter about Long Meg, right? Yep, and Meg has those symbols on it, but am I allowed to, no, nothing of value. All right. One more, shall we? At first, she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food when she was hungry and slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going, not caring. Eventually, she made her way to Grisdale Forest. So this card has 4 locations on it. I'm wondering... Pull up the map here. Lowick to Ilgill Head. Where is Ilgill Head? Lowick is right here. I was kind of hoping that they would be like 2 locations that were like 3 cells apart, right? So that they're sort of targeting the middle cell. Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. Here's Ilgill Head. It doesn't create a super clean diagonal to Lowick. Here's Foxfield, and Crinkle Crags is over there. So there is a, if we imagine these as lines, there is a point at which they meet. Without a marker or something, though. Do I have... Okay, y'all are not going to be able to see this. I apologize. But I'm going to do a little triangulation here. So Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. Ilgill Head to Lowick. It's a little tricky because of the position of the microphone. Foxfield to Crinkle Crags, Ilgilhead to Loic. I mean, it puts us like it's one of these 4 squares, but my methodology there was somewhat imprecise and sticky. We can just try them all. I'm going to click on the one that has the big conspicuous mountain in it first. Swing and a miss, actually. It's fine. We'll keep checking throughout the day. I got yogurt all over my finger. You were wise to pledge your support to the Seeds of Redemption. Together we are stronger. You did threaten my life. Now that the Dendru has awoken, the redemption is upon us. It is a glorious time. Our deeds will be remembered for 1,000 years. Those of us that have put our faith in the woken Dendru will be saved, but we must act swiftly. Does anybody know what he's talking? Okay, we will be in touch soon. Praise the Dendru. And then he just leaves. And he, the whole time looking like a reanimated corpse. Oh, hey. My mind is clouded, dark. I see it, and it sees me. All of me. Elderfinium is the answer. It must be. I will not forget those who helped me, horticulturalist. I'm like 30% sure that this woman's imaginary. But yeah, we'll give her some elderfinium. As soon as I can remember which one of these plants it is. Look at that. Who's the professional? Learned something about Larkshine. A plant with a powerful defense mechanism. It releases stinging barbs triggered by a light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days. Sometimes confusingly called kidney flower, this is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. What, your kidneys don't emit spines? Okay. I guess, you know what, on the card... Where is it? Bloody hell, this desk is too small. On the card, it does show the mountain in the background, doesn't it? But this perspective, right? This would be, the house would be north, and we'd be looking from the north at it. Because the smaller, well, I guess the smaller hill could be this one too, couldn't it? Yeah, and the darkened sides are still on the right. That makes me feel more like it's one of these 2 squares. Let's try this one. Okay. The magpie sees me before I see it. I do not know how long it has been watching me, but I can tell that it is interested in my movements. A strange sensation creeps over me, and I feel an urge to leave this place, but not before collecting a plant for further study. One for sorrow. Turning to leave, I see another magpie, and another plant I've never seen before. 2 for joy. Okay. Interesting. That's, purple turning to pink at the ends. That's familiar, huh? Look at the leaves on this one. Vaguely familiar as well, actually. Okay, it's not just me. Things are moving around, right? These plants weren't all on the same shelf before, were they? My memory is so bad. But I don't think... I think we go to bed and stuff gets moved. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Hi. My mom was into horticulture. I found this among her things. Golden light. That's a plant, right? I'm not sure what Long Meg could mean, though. Is that another plant? Anyway, I thought you should have it, just in case it's any help. She loved this shop. Golden light. Start at Long Meg S3E2. Well, now that is actually extremely interesting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle. Among the tall grasses that line the riverbank is a much more unusual looking flower. Is that golden light? Do we have an entry for golden light? I can't keep track of everything that's in our book. Golden light, golden light. No, actually. Interesting. Well, I mean, let's red tag it. And I guess we'll see. Maybe somebody will come in asking for it. Oh, get book close. This thing off table. It's everything is everything is everywhere. And the symbols on my desk have reset again. Help me. The amulet. I can't remove it, and it's okay. All right. Calm down. I will help you get the cursed amulet that I helped you recover off of your stupid neck. Hold on. All right. Lifts curses. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Here's a problem with that. That describes so fucking many of our plants. I mean, this is not a bad fit, right? A lot of the other plants that we were looking at when we were trying to match that other similar description have at this point been identified, though. We may not have many left that fit this. Yeah, in fact, that might be the only one. I think it's worth a shot. Probably won't kill her. Yeah. Easy. Okay, see, she's looking so much better already. The uses of Caldi are not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up those claims. Those who worship the huntress Arduina place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Interesting. Let's make sure we mark everything, because I will forget. Aggressively, maliciously, it would seem to you. It's good to see you, my friend. I've been on the road so long, I'd started to wonder if you were still on the other end of the letters I've been sending. Oh, right, that's why I know the name. I'm back in town for a few days, though, and I wanted to give you these before I forgot. I found them in the pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. Wow, I almost threw them away, but I thought the symbols on them might mean something to you. Yes, they might, actually. Thank you. Okay, fucking... Is there any indication at all? No, not really, huh? Okay. Combinatorically, this sucks ass. That's a math terminology there. Sucks ass. I apologize for getting overly technical. Right? Because these symbols are all present on all of the wheels, aren't they? Okay, that one... The way that this would be not a huge pain is if it turned out that the symbols were not all present on all the wheels. But, unfortunately, yeah, they totally are. Well... Oh, but the edges, the tearing on the edges is uneven. Yeah, no, these will fit together into a sequence by their edges. Hell yeah. Okay. So this one goes here, which means this one goes here, and you aren't part of the sequence. No, there we go. Okay. There we go. Brute forcing that would have taken forever. Nope, that was the right one, and I'm just clicking. Okay. That's fine. I don't value my time or yours, so it's okay. And then the downward facing bell and the 3 petals. Oh my. Okay. Robert Barrow's Medicinal Herbology, Blackhall Road in Kendal. A Briar's disc, often called a smuggler's disc, is a simple device that can be used to send coded messages, the location of cached cargo, for example. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of a disc of identical size with the same symbols etched around its edge and a map. To encode a location, you would then place the disc over some named point on the map nearby and note whichever symbol is pointing to the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. Sure, okay. Devil's Nightcap? That's right. Nightcap. I remember the C's in this font are terrible. This plant is known colloquially as a corpse's friend. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonizing death. Friendly. And the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. It has a light, pleasant scent not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. Right, but definitely do not include the seeds. And Trimblehuff. No, that's too whimsical to be a real thing. The Trimblehuff is traditionally used as decoration at weddings, as it is thought to strengthen relationships. A cross-section of the small cup-like flowers, they generally point downward to avoid filling with water and to allow easy access for pollinating insects. Interesting. Okay, so we know what our disc is for. I do not know what to make of this. Kendall's on our map, right? Kendall's a city. Let's just go to this address, shall we? Wait, no, there's a Kentmere. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was remembering Kentmere. Bloody hell. Why are there so many points of interest on this map? Gosh, maybe Kendall wasn't a city? Oh, or maybe it's right there. Maybe it's the huge one that's right there. I find the medicinal herbology shop off Blackhall Road. I know you, says the man behind the counter, Robert Barrow, presumably. You're the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a lengthy and engaging discussion covering a variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. It turns out Robert is a collector of unusual fungi, and I have just the thing for him, because I definitely have a Copper Caledonian, probably. Red patches. Okay, so it's a fungus that's got some red patches on it. I had suspected it was this'n. And indeed, oh wow, okay. Man likes a trade. That's a weird one. Those are some fucking weird plants. Okay, let's go ahead and change the tag on this. Let's just space these a little bit. We'll keep them all right here, but just so I can see everything. Yeah, no, there's some interesting stuff here. All right, so we've been there. Is Gosforth a place on the map as well? It is, right? Gosforth Forest, maybe? I mean, it's a picture of a big tree. No, it's a city. 1813. These are just dots around it. I don't know what to make of that symbol. I have no idea what any of this means, but it seemed like something you might find interesting. I found it while clearing out the nook off the east wing. Thank you, Simone. Baylock's Elixir. Made from the crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants, Baylock's Elixir is a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Blaylocks and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. Happens to the best of us, really. Alright, hold on. We're going to Gosforth before I mess with that anymore. Oof, I should not have come here. A darkness hangs over this town like an executioner's blade. I feel a rising dread in my chest. Yeah, alright. A lot of that going around. I wish there was a way to pick up more than one object at a time, because I'd like to scoop these all sort of together. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. This will work. Just get in there. Okay. You go back up here. This I still don't know what to do with. This is probably what we should do next. We should make this if we can. I don't 100% know which plants those are off the top of my head. But let's do as we have been doing to end the episode here. A young woman alone in the world, she was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. It was a chance for redemption, a new start. Okay, so things are starting to wind together here. In Tebe, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. Well, I mean, obviously, you know, these are compass directions. That'll be a good place to start next episode. We'll be able to come in and get something accomplished right away. A little bit of momentum. But I think that is probably where we ought to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When y'all come back next time, we have a couple of tasks laid out for us. Tasks that might take a little bit more doing than the sort of things we've been into so far. And I think we're starting to see how all the disparate pieces of this thing come together, although I still have absolutely no idea toward what end. Maybe we'll find out. Come back next time, and we'll see you then.